Welcome back. Now, you should have completed the little section on mindsets, which really gives us an idea, or you an idea, of where you are now. I'm going to do that for each of the 7 key principles. So our second key principle is understanding your personality and being aware of how your personality influences how you experience the world. Now, personality is said to be innate. That is, we're born with it. It's probably inherited from parents, and one part of your personality will start to show up early in life, but your personality will be fully formed by the time you're an adult. So with some people, it's really obvious what their personality is when they're young. They might seem that they're quite calm, quiet, like to do stuff on their own, while another child might be really, really boisterous and out there. Those things show up quite early. But the more subtle parts of our personality tend to become, I suppose, more obvious once we've gone through schooling and we're out in the workforce and we're in relationships of our own. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to just go through a little bit of a checklist and answer some questions about where you draw your energy from. Now, you've probably heard of the term extrovert and the term introvert. And a lot of people think an extrovert is someone who likes the centre of attention, is the life of the party, who dresses brightly and loudly, while an introvert is someone who is shy, reserved, doesn't like being the centre of attention and doesn't like to talk much. Now, they're the popular definitions for extroversion and introversion, but actually they don't have much to do with what personalities actually are. A person who's extroverted is actually someone who draws their energy from being around others or out doing things in the environment. So they get a lot of energy by going for walks, exercising with groups of people, enjoying outings or tours with other people, or just being out in the world, going shopping, things like that. Now, an introvert, on the other hand, is someone who actually draws their energy from being quiet and having some time away. Now, they might like talking, but they'll tend to think before they talk, whereas an extrovert tends to talk before they think. An introverted person draws energy from time on their own. Now, once they've done that, they can come out and be as boisterous and social as any extrovert. But if they don't get that time on their own, that time of quiet, then they can get quite stressed or down because they need that space to process things and regain their energy charge. Now, a lot of people said to me, oh, but yeah, I like being out and about, but I've also got to have time on my own. So what am I, a bit of both? No. I want you to use this as a test because it really helped me to work out where I was, whether I was an extrovert or an introvert. And the test was, if you were on a desert island for 3 days with no phone, no email, and nobody else to talk to, and you could just relax and unwind and, you'd have a swim, lay in a hammock, read a book, would that be your definition of paradise or hell? Now, for an extrovert, 3 days on their own with no one to talk to, no phones, no email, no getting out and about with others, would actually make them feel really drained and tired and frustrated and perhaps a bit depressed. Whereas a true introvert would gain a lot of energy from having those 3 days just completely time out where no one can bother them, where they don't have to talk to anyone and they can just process. See, I'd love to have 1 day by myself. Often I just say, can I just have 1 day completely by myself with nobody to interrupt or disturb me? But I tell you, by the end of that 24-hour period, I am ready to get back out into the world and interact with people and start talking about all the things that I was thinking about during that 24-hour period. That makes me an extrovert. Now, a lot of extroverts aren't the life of the party, but they like to be in a supportive role and mingle. They like to make sure that the party goes well, even if they're not the centre of attention. An introvert, on the other hand, would probably like to sit with one person and have a really good conversation. And they hate to be drawn into the centre and have everyone look at them. So I want you to stop the DVD again and go through the section on personality and see what you can come up with about your ideas of whether you're people-focused or you're more focused on time alone. And there's also a section on whether you are task-focused or feelings-focused. So I want you to go ahead and answer those questions and then come back to me in a few moments' time. See you soon.